It's 4 days since the explosion that rocked Bodija and environs in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, but the devastation is still fresh for the victims. One of them is a legal luminary, Niyi Akintola, whose building also got damaged from the blast. Still shaken and sad, he believes that the federal government needs to do better in approving mining licenses for foreigners.
My primary concern is about the future of this country, because I don't see any wisdom in somebody sitting in Abuja to issue visa to foreigners to enter into this country, to such foreigners, give them license, give them expatriate quotas to come around and exploit our mineral resources without the knowledge of the governor of the state, without the knowledge of the local government, without the knowledge of the ward chairman. To me, it is madness. As we speak now, this is the third year or so, the minister of Solid has not been here. Look at the magnitude of disaster here. Somebody will sit down in Abuja to issue all those licenses and approvals without the knowledge. The governors are frustrated. The governors they are not in charge when it comes to the issue of solid minerals. Of course, it is under the exclusive list. And that's why our National Assembly must put on their thinking cap and do something about that. Why should give license to foreigners? Look at their house. Look at where this now, just 3 buildings away here. Who are the occupants? The Malians, the Chinese. It's disheartening. I pity our governors. Look at the magnitude of disaster here. The state governor is the one carrying the can here. Why the minister of is sitting there, causing the air conditioning room? And it is the future of the country that I don't want to name names. I know the number of governors that have called me and expressed their frustration and their disenchantment over the issue. We must do something about that. Yes, if solid mineral will remain under the exclusive list, the state governor and the local government chairman, where those minerals are liquid, must have something to. They must know the number of explosives you are bringing into the country or their state. They must know where you are keeping them. Yeah? According to one of the governors, said they've added insult to their injuries. But after they would have given these foreigners all the approvals and licenses, they give them policemen and soldiers and DSS to accompany them. So when they are taking the explosives too, they will be shielded. Not even the neighbors will know what is happening.
The chairman of the Landlords Association of the area and former deputy governor of Oyo State speaks on the possible identity of some of the occupants of the house where the explosives were stored.
The one we know participate actively in our association meetings and payment of security dues by name Kamara. So, and there isn't any way for us to suspect anything untoward from him. Only thing we knew was that he was not a landlord here, he was a tenant. And incidentally, I believe the owner of the house was no more. Maybe the children or whoever gave the place to an agent to let out. So it is only the agent that can throw more light onto his identity. But at least we knew Kamara, very popular here, not for anything but coming to meeting to contribute. Whenever we are doing our screening, oh, Mr. Kamara, okay. So,
police speculated?
It's the name, either Mali or Senegal, either of the two.
The University College Hospital Ibadan, which is more than 1 kilometer away from the epicenter of the blast, also has its fair share of the disaster. Just as the Chief Medical Director of the hospital gives an update on those receiving treatment as a result of the blast.
As at this afternoon, we have a total of 17 victims brought to us. 3 of them came in dead, that is as corpses, And as I speak, we have 3 corpses in our morgue. The remaining 14, we have discharged 9 of them. So now we have 6 patients on admission. 1 is currently in the theater receiving treatment because of fractured bones of the lower legs. There are others who are in the private suites in our ward, one of our wards. They are also receiving treatment and they are very stable. The others are in the accident and emergency.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kayode Ariwoola, visits the site of the blast and he empathizes with the victims.
What I have seen is devastating. I don't know who can explain this, but God says He knows it all. God knew it before it happened, and only God would take care of everything.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Society of Engineers have been invited to assess the affected buildings and carry out integrity tests on them.
We're awaiting the results of the integrity test by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, who are in 6 groups at the moment. They must have covered the epicenter and they're going around the periphery. So we'll hope to get their results in another 48 hours.
From Adeyi in Bodija area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, Bukola Oriowo, Channels Television News.